What's up, guys? It's Matty Ice, and it's way too early to be doing a video. It's like 7:20 in the morning right now, but I have to be a little bit quiet because it's a Friday. We are going on a trip. We're going to be going to Cincinnati, and unfortunately, we can't take the Rogue. Still having a problem with the active grill shutter on there. We're getting it replaced. So for the time being, we got to take the Colorado. Now, with a family of 4, we're taking up all the space inside. So what do you do with your luggage? I don't have a roof rack. I'm not bringing like a trailer for luggage, and we're going for a couple days, so we do need some stuff. So what I have done is purchased a bed cargo holder, and it's not like a it's getting soaked being out here. It's in the morning. So this is a Senyazon truck bed cargo bag. So essentially this is just a very large bag that you connect to your truck with these cords, and then it turns into a giant square, and you can fill it with suitcases, as it kind of shows there, and you can open it up, and these little kind of cords they give you keep tension on the bag. So I figured that was about my only solution. We either don't pack anything, or we pack extremely lightly, or this we can honestly pack a lot. I mean, this is not a huge bed. It's just under it's like 5 feet, something like that. So I'm hoping this will help us. It's supposed to be nice weather, but I wanted something that was waterproof because it's Ohio. You never know, 15 minutes and then the weather is going to change. That's the old saying. So let's unfold it and see what it looks like. All right, guys, I got it unfolded. The size is actually pretty good for this truck bed, but I don't know. This system of securing it, just doing this, like what they show in the instructions, does not seem like super secure. So yeah, we'll see. I think it might move around quite a bit. So those ones back there, I kind of wrapped at an angle so they have a little bit more tension. But since it fits so closely to the truck bed, it might not be an issue. So hey, it's all we got. So I also bought in case this doesn't work, a cargo web to go over it. So if we need to, we can always break that out. But let's open it up and look. It is a nice thick like PVC type material, and then it does have a zipper that goes around it, and it's got Velcro. So I mean, this looks like a really nice bag. I'm kind of impressed. So let's see how it works. All right, guys, it's now like I don't know what, 8:40. No, it's going quick. It's 9:07, and we finally got everyone ready, packed, and we're getting ready to head out here. Bag. This thing is cavernous. We've got one full-size suitcase back here, a smaller suitcase. We've got the kids' floaties. I've got a pack and play back there. We've got 2 bags, and look, I still have a ton of room in here. This thing is absolutely cavernous, and like I said, it's a nice material, and when you zip it up, it actually has this lip that goes over the zipper to protect it from water. So I know, so far I'm impressed. The only thing I don't like for the Colorado, I mean, this is really loose. And there's not really too many places for it to go, but I kind of don't feel like that'll, keep it in place. But honestly, this is kind of, weighing itself down, so it might not be an issue. I did buy the cargo web in case it is, but, I think we're going to be good. We are going to drive down to Cincinnati with it, see what happens, and I'll update you guys. All right, guys, I said no update till Cincinnati, but I had a brain blast. So I actually took those straps and ran them lengthwise, since my truck bed's kind of, it's not a full size. This would work really well in a full size truck. It would be like perfect. But since this is a 5-foot bed, it's a little bit on the short side, so we kind of just ran these over like that. The flap is remaining down. There's no weird pressure on the bag, and I think it's good. We'll obviously check in if it's not. All right, guys, see ya in Cincy. All right, guys, we're in Cincinnati at the hotel. Out this bag, it actually flapped quite a bit while we were driving, but it didn't go anywhere. Let's see if everything's still in there. Look at that, guys. Perfect. Okay. Alright, guys, and just to show you the insides, look at that. Everything's perfect. I mean, we didn't have any rain, but There's no dust or anything. I have to say, I'm pretty darn impressed with how this performed. Yeah, it did flap around a little bit, but I was doing highway speeds 70, 75 the whole way, and 3 hours in traffic, nothing went wrong. So, you know what? I think I highly recommend this. I'm going to look up some more info since I didn't have it available at this time, and let you guys know a little bit more about this and the pricing and where I found this. We'll go over that in just a second. Editing Matty Ice here. I know you don't hear from me very much. You hear from that other guy, but what's going on here is I bought that truck bed. It was a truck bed cargo bag way back in July. We used it for our trip to Cincinnati, and it worked really well. I was shocked at how well it worked, honestly. So now it's September, and I'm finally getting around to putting this video together and tossing it online. So let's dive into the facts, I guess, and give you a little bit more info. This did come from Amazon.com. I'm going to throw a picture of the page up, but this is a Senyazon truck bed cargo bag, waterproof pickup bed storage vehicle soft shell cargo carriers, 26 cubic feet, 51 inches by 40 inches by 22 inches. We're not done yet with the title. Heavy duty cargo bag with 4 adjustable bungee cords. That's the full title of the product. Maybe just look up Senyazon and put it in your vehicle and you might be able to find it, or bag. But essentially, it was a PVC bag, a polyvinyl chloride, and soft folding bag. It stores by just folding it up, very lightweight. It did come with the 4 bungee cords like you saw. And just reading through some of the other information that's on here, that it has a military grade superior heavy duty PVC, and this truck bed cargo bag fearlessly withstands extreme weather conditions, protecting luggage from rain, snow, sun, and dust. Sun one's interesting. I did not consider dust, but that's actually a pretty good idea, because if I would have just used a cargo net, stuff would have definitely gotten dirty on the trip down, because we're going through farm country and a lot of construction. So it did its job. It stopped the sun and it stopped the dust, honestly. We didn't have any rain or snow, unfortunately, so couldn't test that part, but it looked like it would work. Other than that, enhanced zipper that is high strength for a silky, smooth, and durable use, ensuring easy access to cargo. The zipper was nice. It was very large. I kind of felt like it was almost a little bit too large, and it is a softer plastic style one, so I don't know if it would hold up long term, or if you put something inside the bag that slid around, it could be a problem. And also, I wonder if it would actually be waterproof, because it seems like a point where water might creep into the bag. And it's versatile. It's a universal fit. As we saw with the Colorado, I initially tried to set it up like they recommended and do a little strap in each corner. That's probably more for full-size pickup trucks. That's not made for the Colorado, which is, that's a mid-sized truck with a small bed. That, though, I ran those straps across, and, gangbusters. We were in. It was, it was a total win, like finding yourself a Shelby Mustang. So we got some cool pictures on here I'll throw up as well, but I do kind of wonder how this would hold up with water. The reviews on it say mixed things. I can see, because on that product, it's got a PVC lip that goes down and covers the zipper, and it's got little Velcro that goes around it, and it seems like a good system. But if you think about a truck bed, while you're driving, air goes in and it rotates, and kind of a circular way. That's how it's made to do, and that keeps drag on your truck. It's not a bad thing. However, if you've got air circulating and going around, it's going to pick water up off the bed and pull it up. And yes, water's going to run down over it, but if it's getting pulled back up, it's going to hang around that zipper. And I wonder if it would potentially end up getting some type of water in there. And then, you got damp luggage. Maybe if you put your stuff in, suitcases like we did, hard shell plastic stuff, you'd be fine. But like we had
little Clem's pack and play with us, for example, and the pack and play definitely would have held water. And if you guys have got those things wet before, those things are a nightmare once they get wet because they take forever to dry out, and then you got to think about them getting moldy because they're not really made to withstand any type of liquids. And we also brought a whole bunch of stuff back with us. We brought back, some stuffed animals, some bathing suits, so there's other things in there. But the one other thing I kind of noticed on the way down, the bag that we did not have all the way full, it started inflating on the highway, which kind of like concerned me a little bit. It ended up not being a problem. It was not an issue. I would feel confident taking this on a trip right now, pretty much anywhere. And I don't see any reason, besides maybe security, that it could be an issue because there's no way to really lock it unless you get a lock and you put it on there. And then again, it's just PVC. So if someone really wants to get in there, they can cut that open and steal whatever you have. So I would not recommend parking it somewhere where you're not going to be, direct view of it or be able to watch it. We stopped at one of the White Castles in Columbus on the way back. Yeah, God. One of the ones in the very hoodie area as well. And the whole time I'm like standing there like watching everyone that's rolling by because there's people with, the carts coming by, and bathrooms are actually locked. You have to get a code for buying something to go into the bathroom. So that kind of place. It was delicious, by the way. Love White Castle. So yeah, just something to think about. So guys, I really highly recommend this product. I think for the price I paid, let's see, it's now going for $79.99, which is less than what I paid. I believe I paid like 91 something. So it's actually gone down a little bit, and it's a little bit better of a deal now. So if you guys need some extra room, or you're like me at the time, I had a vehicle down and needed another vehicle to fill in a role for for a trip, it's a decent investment. I mean, this prevented me from, having to cancel the trip, for example, or, find another solution like try and find some type of cap for the bed of the truck, which have been super expensive. So I'm going to say, go on, get yourself one. All right, guys, that does it for this one. We will catch you next time. And as always, have a good night.